Ich bin gerade über Meiger. Ich nehme frühestens 13, 25 Gondeln, gell? Also du kannst gut noch ein bisschen chillen oder was auch immer. He? Oder noch selber einen Flug machen, wenn du schon dahinter bist. Hast du den Schirm mitgenommen? Mach einfach einen Flug. Ich melde mich, wenn ich gelandet bin. He? Wenn du schon dahinter bist, siehst du mich. Ich bin dann noch über Meiger am Sohren gerade, vor über dem Mönch. Jetzt gehe ich nochmal zurück am Mönch. Und dann probiere ich noch die Jungfrau und dann komme ich landen. He? Gut, bis dann. Ciao.
A few moments later.
They just put me in chains to make it clear. And so I'm singing now. Oh, give me light, give me strength, open eyes and vigilance. I've been waiting for this time to come, and so I'm begging you, please, would you guide me the way that you used to? I wanna know, was it just the howling wind or a voice so loud? And now that I called you the way as I used to, I wanna know how you're gonna be a fire and a guiding cloud. Days I spent just waiting for a wonder, noticing that it may never come. And oh, my soul was longing for that lost chance. So I knocked down prison doors that day. So I'm singing now. Oh, give me light, give me strength, open eyes and vigilance. I've been waiting for this time to come, and so I'm begging you, please, would you guide me the way that you used to? I wanna know, was it just the howling wind or a voice so loud? And now that I called you the way as I used to, I wanna know, are you gonna be a fire and a guiding cloud? Hey! Hammers in the sand, try pick 'em up by hand. I know some things are noxious and some real, so handle it with care. Don't lose it, or I swear My heart's a thing you could have called yours. My heart's a thing you could have called your own. Blossom by the old, accepting it was part of growing old. Ancient stories tell, those towers ring a bell. When fire comes to burn the hopes you had, so take it as it is. So the story is. My heart's a thing you could have called yours. My heart's a thing you could have called your own. Your own. My friend, there's no meantime lover in the night where it's quiet. There's no need for trouble, and say it's not fair when you run down the aisle in search of a friend, and I hope you hear me. By the riverside, where I go to pray, I hope you hear me. I run these days to the riverside and hope you notice. Don't know what the people say, keeping on that day by day. Hope you hear me. Don't mind and I don't cry, I just pray and I don't die. Hope you hear me. My God, it's a crazy night. It's the way I feel and I hope you hear me. Oh my God, it's a crazy night. It's the way I feel and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh my God, it's a crazy night. It's the way that I feel and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh my God, it's a crazy night. It's the way that I feel and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh, oh, oh. night where it's quiet. There's no need for trouble, and say it's not fair when you run down the aisle in search of a friend, and I hope I'll find you. Oh my God, it's a crazy night, it's the way I feel, and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh my God, it's a crazy night, it's the way that I feel, and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh my God, it's a crazy night, it's the way that I feel, and I hope that you hear me, brother. Oh, 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 oh.
Und wie tut's?
I can hear these voices on the open field. I can hear these voices on the open field. I can hear these voices on the open field. I can hear these voices on the open field.